Hello and welcome back to RoadTRIpVIA, the once-a-day road trip trivia quiz. Today's episode, day number 338. Ernie and Ellen Workman from Oklahoma have sent in another 21-question trivia quiz. This one's not too random. The category, I guess if there was a category, would be automobiles. So keep that in the back of your mind as you're answering these questions. Remember, there's a question 21 tiebreaker at the end of the episode if you need to stick around for that. Let's get going. Question number 1. Founded in 1909, this German manufacturer of high-performance automobiles made no more than 8,000 autos before production ceased in the 1950s. Named after its founder, Ernie, what is this car brand, recently revived, whose cars sell between $2 and $6 million? Ernie is his first name, Bugatti is his last name. Ernie Bugatti. Bugatti is the answer. Question number 2. The DMC was an American automobile manufacturer founded by John DeLorean in 1975. It is remembered for the one model that it produced, a stainless steel automobile featuring Gulf wing doors that was featured in what popular film trilogy when it was turned into a time machine? That film trilogy was Back to the Future. Question number 3. A dull green 1968 Ford Mustang GT driven by Steve McQueen in what 1968 movie became the most valuable Mustang ever sold when it brought in $3.7 million at a 2020 auction? The 1968 movie that we're looking for here is Bullet. Question number 4. The Japanese company Nissan has marketed autos in the United States for more than 50 years. But from the time they were introduced to the export market until about 1983, they were sold under what car name? Before the name Nissan came to the export market, they were sold under the name Datsun. Datsun is the answer. Question number 5. Manufactured between 1957 and 2002, the late commentator Paul Harvey drove one of these vehicles and once bragged that his car had over 300,000 miles on it. What company made the reliable Corona? Sounds like a name that fits the rest of their cars, the Toyota Corona. Toyota is the answer. Question number 6. The Bel Air was a full-size car produced between the 1950 and 1981 model years. Now a popular appearance at car shows and classic car parades, especially the 1957 version. What company manufactured the Bel Air? The Bel Air is a Chevy. It was manufactured by Chevrolet. Question number 7. In 1956, this car company trademarked the name Torque Flight Transmission. Some of these transmissions from what company were actually push-button rather than the traditional shifter? The answer is Chrysler. Question number 8. In 1898, long before his stints at Austro-Daimler, Steyr, Mercedes, and Auto Union, Dr. Ferdinand Porsche engineered what kind of car that has recently regained popularity for Joseph Lohner and Company, who were based in Vienna, Austria? So before he made the cars that you know him for, he made what kind of car for Joseph Lohner and Company? That was known as the Lohner Porsche. It was an electric gas hybrid. Hybrid is what we're looking for. Question number 9. During World War II, the government had a mandate that all chrome bumpers and trim be discontinued due to the need of these materials elsewhere. Instead, the car manufacturers of the time utilized a dark-coated plastic, and these cars were known as what type of units, as nothing would shine under lighting? They were called the blackout units. Question 10. Cars have been on American streets since the 1890s. In Springfield, Massachusetts, brothers Charles and Frank founded what company in 1893, becoming the first American gasoline-powered automobile manufacturing company? That company was the Duryea Motor Wagon Company. Question number 11. Alfred Horner Munro, a Canadian steam engineer, designed the first version in 1921 and patented it in 1923. What is this popular automobile feature that was first introduced in a mass quantity in Oldsmobile's 1940 model year and was called the clutchless Hydramatic? What do we call this feature now? We just call it an automatic transmission. Question number 12. Al Capone had a big ego and an equally big car. He never lost the ego, but the car, on the other hand, was sold 4 years after he bought it. There are many places where a 1928 bulletproof car from what car company would be useful, but federal prison was not one of them. Al Capone had a 1928 bulletproof Cadillac, specifically the Cadillac Town Sedan. Cadillac's all we're looking for, though. Question number 13. This may be one of the most important vehicles out of all the cars in the James Bond movies. For most of the Sean Connery era, the list of James Bond cars mostly included vehicles from what company? Specifically, the beloved, tricked-out DB5 version of Goldfinger fame. The answer is the Aston Martin. Question 14. On September 30th, 1955, movie star James Dean was killed in a Porsche 550, a car that had become a racing favorite across the globe because of its agility and power. What racing number did Dean famously have painted on his doors and the hood? That number is 130. Question 15. Based on Stephen King's 1983 novel of the same name, what movie follows the changes in the lives of Arnie Cunningham, his friends, his family, and his teenage enemies after he buys a classic red and white 1958 Plymouth Fury? Looking for the name of the movie and the novel. It's the same name. The answer is Christine. Question number 16. The use of convertibles for U.S. presidential limos ceased after the assassination of John F. Kennedy in 1963. That ended the tradition of presidential convertible limos that began with the 1939 Lincoln V12 convertible that was used by which president? It ended with John F. Kennedy and it began with which president? The answer is Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Question number 17. Priced at an astronomical $7,750, Only 532 Eldorados were built that year. Which one of her 3 husbands gifted Marilyn Monroe a 1953 Cadillac Eldorado convertible, which oozed with opulence and packed a 5.4-liter V8 that delivered 200 horsepower? Who bought it for her? The answer is Joe DiMaggio. Question number 18. Born in the heat of battle, the Go Anywhere, Do Anything 4x4 emerged as a hero to thousands of Allied soldiers around the world. The equally heroic civilian vehicles of the 1940s firmly established what brand as the undisputed leader in 4x4 technology? That would be the Jeep. Question number 19. The Secret Service forbids the Commander-in-Chief to drive. Even once his term ends, a former president almost never drives a car on an open road again. What type of car is Joe Biden famous for owning that he will most likely never be able to drive again? Joe Biden has an old Corvette, a 1967 Chevy Corvette Stingray. Question 20. In America and almost everywhere else in the world, we refer to the lid protecting the engine of the car as the hood, and the storage space in the back of a car as the trunk. What are these car parts referred to in silly places like the United Kingdom? To be fair, Ernie and Ellen didn't call the United Kingdom silly, I just added that in there. What we call the hood and the trunk, they call the bonnet and the boot. And that's just silly. And that's it for today. Thank you for watching today's episode of Road TRIpVIA. Make sure you check back tomorrow. We'll have another new trivia quiz. I believe tomorrow's is one from Robin and Joe Mandelbaum. We've done one from them already. Tomorrow we're doing their second one, and I think it's kind of like TV themed, not really random knowledge. It's more television themed. So if you like TV, check back tomorrow. We got another new quiz. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and here comes question 21, the tiebreaker for today. The legend says that Elvis Presley gave away Cadillacs to family, friends, and fans during his career. Approximately, how many Cadillacs is it believed that he gave away during his lifetime? I don't know if they have a specific number, but if you Google it, they say it's about this many. He gave away about 200 Cadillacs during his career. That's a lot. Whichever player got closest to 200 is going to win the point. And if they were tied and you just got the point for the tiebreaker, you just won the whole game. Congratulations. Thank you, Ernie and Ellen, for sending in the quiz, and thank you everybody else for watching it. See you tomorrow.